Hello guys, this is Vysh. So the UPSC Prelims 2023 is going to happen in on May 28th, and that is why CSAT is a very disturbing thing for students. Most of the students don't prepare it the entire year. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to study for it, and so even the sources like the passages. See, a lot of passages are asked in prelims, and many people don't even have time to do it. So I will give you a complete tip, and this video will be an end-to-end solution for you to understand how to approach this paper. Okay, this is not to tell you question answer wise solutions. That is a different series. I will do it, but this is about what is happening in the CSAT paper. What is the UPSC examiner trying to do with you? Okay, so we'll discuss that in detail. Many students pass in the morning paper but will fail in the evening paper, and that is why they will be not qualified for the prelims, and that is a very disappointing thing. Okay, even many of our students had failed last 2 years in just because CSAT they failed. Okay, because GS we had taught them everything, and then CSAT they couldn't clear it. Okay, mainly it was because of lack of time. They were able to solve questions, but they couldn't get the cutoff. Okay, the cutoff is always GS. CSAT is always 33%. It's not like the morning paper where it varies from year to year and cast to cast and all. It is 33% for everyone. Okay, there is no reservation or anything for there. 33% for everyone. So that is why that is a very important thing to clear. And if you are very serious about this exam, please watch till the end, because I'll be discussing very important things like how many questions to attempt for CSAT, what are the source and what are the type of passages being asked nowadays. That means especially 21 and 22 prelims paper. Then the syllabus breakdown of CSAT. Then the 2021 paper question split I will show you, like how many passages and how many other things came. Then the tips specific for passages and tips generally for the entire paper. So this will alone help you to clear the CSAT if you are very, very seriously going to give the exam on May 28th. Okay. So this exam, CSAT actually doesn't need any coaching. Okay, the GS paper you may be taking coaching, mentorship and other things and all, but CSAT, even if you have seen our foundation video which I made 1 year back, in that I've clearly given you some tips. That alone, if you followed, you could have cleared this. Okay, because you need just in 80 questions, okay, total, because the morning paper is 100 questions, right? 100 questions and 200 marks. That is 2 marks per question. Okay, but afternoon it is 80 questions, 200 marks. So it is 2.5 mark per question. So this is you will think, okay, it's a positive thing, I will get 2.5 marks, but there is a catch also. There is a negative marking also, right? Negative is 1/3 of the marks allotted to the question. Okay, so morning, because it is 2 marks allotted each question, it is 0.66 marks which is deducted when you do a negative. But afternoon, because it's 2.5 marks allotted for a question, negative also will be 1/3 of it. So 0.833 goes away. This is what happens to most students. They don't know this and they think only 0.6 is going away, and they calculate, and after reaching home they feel disappointed when they actually realize this fact. Okay, so you need to score 33% means what? Out of 200 marks, you need just 66 marks to clear. Okay, just 66 marks, not like morning paper where 89, 19, 100, not like that. Just 66 marks you need to qualify. So that means what? In 80 questions, 27 questions if you make it right, just to 27 questions if you make it right, you will get 67.5 and you are cleared. Okay, but students, instead of focusing on these 27, they are because coaching class told you to do maximum number of questions, you are focusing on all the 80, and then you run out of time and then you fail the exam. Okay, so please focus on what you have to see. Okay, that means 27 you have to do means what? 53 questions is like you can skip it blindly if you skip 53 and do only 27, but if it's perfectly right, you are going to clear. Okay, so don't take that risk. Always do at least 40 questions. Okay, at least 40 questions if you do, surely 27 right answers will be there, and some more than 27 right answers will be there, and then some negative, and then it will balance off to reach the cutoff. Okay, and you will be clearing. Now you will be telling like, I don't know CSAT, I was very weak in maths all the time. When you keep telling this, there is no solution to it. Okay, you have to understand that those who are successful, they are not gifted person or like born very talented. Okay, they just worked hard. Okay, they succeeded on their purpose. They had a goal. They understood that, okay, CSAT is not easy. CSAT is not my type of thing. I have never been able to solve reasoning and aptitude questions. So they put extra hard work. Okay, every day half an hour, every day 1 hour they did. And for 10-15 days if you do it, you will see the difference. Take last 2-3 years question paper and solve it. You will understand that, okay, this is so simple to get that 66 marks cut off. Okay, nobody asked you to get 80 out of 80. You just need that 66 marks. That is just 27 questions you have to make it right out of 80. That if you do a little bit of hard work, you could have done it. Okay, so till now also if you have not done it, it's okay. Now there is again 2 weeks for the exam. Now also if you take 1 hour every day just for CSAT, you will see the difference and you will clear. Okay. And again, if you are a very serious aspirant and keeps getting nervous, keeps getting demotivated, just search in your YouTube Vysh Motivation. Okay, Vysh Motivation playlist. So there are hundreds of videos I'm making which will answer to all such questions. Okay, wherever you have problem, this hard work or smart work, why is prelim stuff, what to do on the exam day. It's like even if you fail, what to cope up with it. And you read a lot and still you felt like you didn't read anything. These are general problems which students face, and I get these questions every day in WhatsApp. Okay, based on that only the series is done. So please watch that. Okay, now another shocking thing I'll tell you. Okay, you think think like CSAT is something else, GS1 is something else. Okay, but the examiner who has become lazy nowadays are reading one single article and making question for the morning paper and the afternoon paper. Okay, so many, I think not even one single coaching institute have found out this and told you. Okay, the same question which comes in the morning is coming in the evening also. Okay, so if you see here, this is a CSAT passage which came in 2021. Okay, 2021 about the LED lights and the sodium street lamps. Okay, and this is in the afternoon. Okay, meaning many people would have seen in the afternoon in the CSAT paper. But the shocking thing is that day morning when you had given the GS paper, there was an exact question on the difference between LED lamp and sodium lamp. The questions are not same, but the source is same. So what I am telling is, and source also I'll tell you from where these people took this. So what I am telling is the examiner is so lazy that to make the 100 questions for morning and 80 questions for the evening, they're reading one source, and from that one source they are making the questions. Okay. Usually in GS they should ask latest current affairs or something which is very relevant for you, but instead of that they are asking you such low quality questions, and just to save their time, this is what is happening. Okay, I don't think nobody has pointed out to you this and showing like morning and afternoon CSAT and GS had the same source, and this source also, which one is it, only I will tell you. Okay, this is a CSAT question, this is a GS question of 21, and this is taken from Down to Earth magazine. Okay, Down to Earth magazine, the ditto paragraph, this passage, see here. And there's another unfortunate sad thing is that it is a 2015 Down to Earth magazine. 2015 Down to Earth magazine article they have taken for a prelims 2021. If you see here, researchers stimulated street lighting on artificial grassland plots. Researchers simulated this thing on artificial land plot. It's the same thing. Ditto verbatim is everything same. See the last line. Light treatment due to limited amount of food available. See limited amount of food available. See light treatment. This is the exact passage which is a 2015 old article that examiner from somewhere would have seen this, and then that he decided to ask you in 2021 prelims. Okay, and then based on that only questions are asked, and this is, if you see, most critical inference. Okay, here I am not telling you answers, that I will do a separate video answering every passage, every single passage I will discuss with you. So this one, they are asking a question and then asking you the crux of it or the inference or it, or maybe they will give you 2-3 statements. That also I will show you. It's not one example, I will show you more example. Okay, so here this is the CSAT thing which came in 2021, and this, if you see, is another question, bisphenol. Okay, bisphenol is a plastic kind of thing. So this one, researchers were able to use stem cells to gauge the neutron or something. It came in the same question paper, and that day morning we had a prelims GS question. Okay, like which kind of plastic it is. Okay, this is a polyethylene, polycarbonate, this thing. So this and all, maybe this word would have appeared in news, but this article which they have taken, it is not any current article. Okay, this is a CSAT one, and this is a GS one, and this is taken from, see, an old journal, science journal is there, which again was published in 10th August 2015. So these people had some 2015 buffer old archives of magazines, and from there they took the ditto article. See, this use of stem cells gauge the neutrosity of effects of this thing. This is the same thing. Okay, ditto, same verbatim. See the last line, establishment of the progenitor cell, establishment of the neural progenitor cell. This is a ditto passage, 2015 article they referred and gave you a CSAT question, and here instead of asking crux and all, they asked you a question like the science, like a GS question. Okay, this is like as if we coaching class are teaching you. Okay, like what does like Vysh Ias and other institute do? We give you first a magazine to learn or notes to learn, or we give you a class, and then a weekend or a month and we will give you a test to solve it. So that live thing they are doing it in the exam hall. Okay, they're giving you a passage here, you read it, study it, understand it, and then solve a question. Okay, what you should have done in the study phase, they are making you do in the exam hall live. Okay, that is why people are not able to solve it. Okay, so this is the CSAT paper, and in the morning GS paper, this one came. Okay, so I'm telling these kind of things are happening, which many of the examiners or nobody coaching classes noting. Okay, there are like very lazy examiners sitting behind the CSAT paper who are referring to old archive magazines, especially Down to Earth and these kind of science journals. This you can try with anything. Okay, any you go to a CSAT question paper, take any passage and take this first line and put it in Google. Okay, simply Google, researchers were able to use stem cells. So hundreds of links will come. You will see that in that one will be Down to Earth magazine, one will be an Indian Express article, and all are outdated magazines. They have some outdated magazines ready with them, and with them only they are making this. And based on that, one morning GS1 question is also coming. Okay, and so these things you cannot sit and track. If any coaching class tells you like, okay, please read the latest this thing and go, latest economic survey and go, from that directly passage will come. It is not going to come. Okay, UPSC is asking you old passages, so there is no way you can prepare from home and go. This is the tip number 1. Okay, you have to be very active inside the exam hall, and then inside the exam hall how to solve that tips I will tell you in the upcoming slides. Okay, So now the UPSC syllabus, which UPSC has given to you in the UPSC PDF, in the notification in their website, they have given you 200 marks, 2 hours duration, and it will have comprehension, interpersonal skills, logical reasoning, decision making, general mental ability, basic numeracy, okay, which has almost everything of the class 10th level, okay, not even like a maths graduate level or any class 12th level and all, class 10th level, because in class 12th and all, you know, we have differentiation, integration, higher level of trigonometry, there are many things, that and all, nothing will be asked, okay, and the qualifying is 33%, no matter which caste or which group you are, doesn't matter, it is 33%, and it will be multiple choice objective questions, okay, and it's mandatory for you to attempt both the morning paper and afternoon paper, only then you would be considered for ranking. Now that is the UPSC version. Now I will break down it even further. If you ask a non-serious aspirant, or if you ask a very poor coaching class or YouTube channel, they will tell you that CSAT means it is English and maths, but this is a very immature way of telling what is CSAT. Okay, CSAT is actually, the reality is 4 things are there: comprehension passages, quantitative aptitude, then we have logical reasoning or mental ability, and then we have data interpretation. Okay, now each of these things I'll again break it down for you. Okay, the first one we'll take the comprehension passages, which is in white color, which I told here, that we will break down. It can be long passages, short passages, but seeing the trend of last 2 years, 21 and 22, there is no long passages, only short passages are being asked, but maybe in future they can change it. Okay, long passage, one benefit is they'll give you one big passage and then give you 5 questions. So one good thing is you spend 2.5 minutes for one passage, and then you easily can solve 5 questions, that is 5 into 2.5 marks. You will get that much marks easily. Okay, 12.5 marks you will get it by reading just one passage. Okay, but that UPSC understood. So to trouble you, now they are putting only short passages. One passage, one question. One passage, one question. Like that, at least 27 to 30 passages will be there in your total 80 questions. Okay, that also count wise I'll show you in the next slide. So passages will come, and then based on that, what they'll ask. ABCD type question means they will ask you what is the logical inference of it, what is the logical conclusion of it, or they'll ask what does it imply, or what is the crux of this passage. These are ABCD type question, meaning 4 statements are given and only one of them will be answered. Or they'll ask you statement type question, like the bisphenol I showed you, one passage, and then they will ask you 3-4 statements and 1 only, 2 only, 1 and 2 only. That kind of statement type question also can come in the thing. And then earlier, now it's not coming, earlier they used to like pick up keyword inside the passage and ask you what is the meaning of it, what is the opposite of it. Now instead of asking here, they are asking this in the mains paper. Okay, if you know in GS, in your UPSC mains, you have an English paper, right? You have this paper A and paper B. In that, they are asking you meanings and opposite. In CSAT, they have slowly reduced it. So I am telling you how UPSC has evolved. Okay, long passages are gone and meanings and opposite are gone. Now only CSAT passages are limited to these type of questions in 2020, 21, 22. Okay, now we have broken down this one. Now we'll take this next one, quantitative aptitude. Okay. In that, simple number system questions will be there, like 2 raised to 85 plus 3 raised to 95 plus 2 raised to this thing. That if you add up, then what will be the final answers, units, digit, meaning they're asking you number, pure calculation. Okay, or sequence type, like 1, 2, 3, then what will be the next one, or some pattern, some grid, something they'll give, in which 9 columns will be there, and in that 8 columns they'll fill with something, and one place they'll put a question mark. Okay, here somewhere they'll put a question mark and ask you, based on whatever numbers is here, you have to understand. There'll be a pattern, like diagonally or like this, some pattern will be there. That pattern you have to understand. Okay, then averages and percentages. Okay, like milk is mixed with water, water is mixed with milk, something, and then you pour from one glass to another. Finally, what percentage, what volume of water is left? That kind of questions. Okay, or averages are there, speed, average distance, or in a classroom there are these many students, their average age is 15. Then one boy shifted to next class. Like that, averages question will be there. Then profit loss probability, which is again percentages. Okay, like there is a selling price, there is a discounted price. You gave this much discount, and then what is the chance that you get a profit? That kind of questions. Pure maths question. Okay, then probability is there, that these many red balls are there, then green balls are there, and then you take one ball and shift it to there, and what is the probability that you will get green? That kind of probability questions are there. Okay, then permutation combinations are again the same thing only, kind of an arrangement will be there, or a sequence will be there, or if there are 10 children inside a house, and then if how many handshakes you need, if one person is giving handshake to each one of them, totally how many handshakes are involved. Okay, that kind of questions, combinations. Then these are now very less questions are coming, area, volume, dice, and all these are pure maths question of 10 standard. Now very less questions are coming in the last 3 years, so you can ideally skip it. Okay, then if you see the next one, this one, logical reasoning, if you break down, there is directions or arrangement based question. Okay, again, like 10 people are sitting around a round table, then A is to the left of B, B is to the left of C, some combinations they'll give, and finally they'll ask you like between J and F, who is sitting. Okay, so that you have to just draw that picture in the paper and find out. Then blood relation or age based, again Okay, like his nephew is, his father is, his mother's age is twice his father's age, something and all they will do, and they will ask you like who is related to who, or whose age is like after 3 years what will be his age, that kind of questions. Okay. Then coding, decoding, like mathematics is coded as 1 2 3 4 5, then what is English coded as? Okay, so that M is equal to 1, A is equal to 2, like that there will be a pattern. Coding, decoding you have to do and find. Then Venn diagram and cause effect kind of thing. Okay, that again, like if all benches are desk and all cats are black, but all this thing is not that thing, so this is that, that is that, like that they will do. So you have to do that Venn diagram exercise, like okay, like this all cats are black or blacks are this thing, like that. If you do, you will get a finally an intersection you will get based on that. So these are not solutions, I cannot teach you now. We will do different questions type videos. Okay, we have already done daily 9 PM plums on Saturday. We are teaching you all these things with examples of every single question we are teaching you. Okay, so if you did not see that, please go and watch at 9 PM every Saturday. Okay, so this one again, cause and effect will be there. And the last one, data interpretation, some graph will be given, some chart will be given, some block diagrams will be given, and then from that they will ask you questions, okay, based on that data. Again, table, statistic, data, these are all same kind of thing, data interpretation. Okay, now CSAT passages in specific, because I know many people find it difficult, and you saw how old kind of archived magazines and all they're picking to ask you. You have to understand the paper. Okay, out of the 80 questions, at least 27 will be passages. Okay, meaning at least 27 questions will be passages, 1/3 of the paper. And if you do all those 27 right, you have already crossed the cutoff. Okay, but if you feel passages are weak for you, please don't do it. Okay, I'll recommend only those people who are good in reading English, good in passages, they can find out a crux of what they're trying to tell. Only such people do. Else you try to do 10 to 15 out of them. If you're weak in, still you have to do, you cannot skip it. Okay, you have to do at least 10 to 15 out of it. But if you're good, try to do all the passages. Okay, because it will be a very easily scoring thing for you. And as I told, philosophical passages are reduced now. They are asking GS type passages, like you saw bisphenol, that LED lighting, everything is with something which is technical, which ideally looks like a GS syllabus. They are not asking you philosophical or Shakespeare's novel and all, which they used to ask before 2018-19 and all. They used to ask a lot of philosophical lengthy passages. Now that is gone. Okay, maybe it can come back, but now it is gone as of now. And the questions I showed you, it can be inference, crux, conclusion, or statements which they ask from the passage. Now the problem is the time management. In the exam hall, 80 questions are there, and you have just 60 plus 60, that 120 minutes, 2 hours, 120 minutes you have to solve 80 questions. So ideally, logically, if you see only 1.5 minutes you have, it is very, very small. Okay, 1.5 minutes means you cannot even understand the passage and solve it. It won't be enough. You need at least 2 minutes or more, at least to read it and understand it. So that is why your main thing you have to understand, you don't have to do 80 questions. Okay, only when you do like this is what coaching class teach you, only up to this. They tell you 80 minutes, 1.5. So simply rush through the questions. That is actually a wrong method. You know that cutoff is just 33%. Then why are you worried about these 80 questions? You have to worry about just 27 best questions, and to 27, obviously you are not a very perfectionist that you can make everything correct. So you have to try at least 50 questions. Okay, in 50 questions, top 50 questions, you have to make 27, 28 right. Okay. Or if you're making negative means at least 30, 35 right, and remaining 7, 8 will be wrong. And finally, when you make the balance, it will become the cutoff. Okay, so that is why at least 50 questions best you have to do. So 50 and 120 now if you do, see that's a better ratio. You get 2.4 minutes per question. Okay, so this is how you have to do, not this one which coaching class tell you. Okay, you have to do the best 50 questions. So as I told, if you think you are very bad in passage, you open the question paper, you see the passage, immediately turn that page. Don't even try to read one line of that. Just turn it. Because when you turn 2 pages, you will see, okay, here is a good maths question, or there's a good direction question, or a good blood relation question, which you can easily solve. So each question you solve, you are getting 2.5 mark. And as and when you get it, immediately mark in the OMR sheet also. Okay, because these are like, there's no doubt. When you solve it, you obviously will get the answer. Go and mark in the OMR sheet correctly. And when you get 27, 28 right, you are cut off, you have cleared. Okay, but still for safety, you can do few more if you know the correct answer. Simply don't spoil your mark by doing a doubtful question. Okay, so 2.5 minutes you will get, you will solve 50 questions, you will get surely cut off reaching. And if maths or reasoning as your strength, I told you, choose that more than this. Now the split up, if you see 2021 paper I am showing you, okay, 22 the answer key has not yet come. 21 if you see the questions, 34 were maths question. Okay, meaning it will include the numerics, the calendars, the dates, the ratio, age questions, permutations, everything included. 34 questions came in 2021 in maths section. Passages, 27 separate passages came. I think 26 passages came, and from each passage, one passage, there were 2 questions. So total 27 questions came. Okay, then remaining 19 questions came from aptitude, that is reasoning, clock, arrangement, statements and conclusion, every decoding, everything. Okay, so this together is the 80 questions which came in 2021 UPSC. Now your thing is which out of this 80, which 27, 28 you can do that you can clear the cutoff. This is what you have to know. All these things you have to know before going to the exam hall. Not like after coming from exam hall, sit and cry like, okay, this many questions came. I didn't expect that maths, these many questions will come. Nobody teaches you these things. Okay, that's why I'm telling you. 34 maths questions are there, 27 passages are there. If you do like at least 15 questions from each section, okay, then it's like 45 questions you have already got it. Okay, 15 questions from each section. If you do 45 questions attempt you have done. Out of that you have to make the best 27, 28 right, or maybe 30, 35 right. Okay, you don't have to do every question. Okay, whichever is easy for you. Maybe calendar dates you have studied and went, then do that one. Or permutation you are good at, do that. Or age questions are good for you, do that. Whichever is easy for you, do only that. Okay, passages are anyway same type. And then here, maybe clock is very difficult for you, then skip that clock question. But sequences and directions and coding are very easy for you, do those questions. So you will see like, okay, you have got 8, 10 questions right here, 8, 10 questions right here. Totally, you will easily get 28 questions right. Okay, this is what you have to do. In 22, if you split up also, it will be ditto, almost the same numbers only. Okay, little 1 or 2 numbers only will go up and down, but this will be the ratio. Maths will be higher, passages will be lesser, and aptitude will be even lesser, because aptitude is the easiest one. They are giving you less number of questions. Okay, but try to make all these 19 right. Okay, there itself you are like confident if you do all these 19 right. If you are very weak in aptitude, then go for maths. If you are weak in maths, also go for passage. So like that, choose your strength and do that one. Okay, this is about the general paper of 21. Now 10 general tips again I will give you. Don't study a lot of books. Don't solve a lot of maths questions and area, volume, triangle. Don't do all that. It's all a waste of time. Focus on GS where you have to score higher marks. Okay. Then solve only the last 3-4 years question paper. That is 22, 21, 20, 19. That if you do that 4 papers, if you do, by heart the answers and go, you will see the same thing. By heart the answers means by heart the method to solve that question. Okay. That we are doing in our PLUMS episodes. Go and watch it. So if you know, like, okay, age type question, this is how I solve. So you can type question, this is how I solve. So the tricks if you learn of that 20 to 30 varieties of questions, and then you go to the exam hall, you will see the same thing, only the number and the names will be changing. Okay, like yes, last year if it was Ram and Shyam, the boys name they have given, here this time they will give Sita and Gita. That's all. Okay, the same type questions will come every single year. Okay, so learn that tricks and go. Then know your strength before you go to exam hall, as I told, whether it is mathematics or numerics or aptitude or passage, go there. Okay, and then timing, you know, it is 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. It's in the afternoon, so that time don't have heavy lunch and all in between that. Have some light lunch between the morning paper and the afternoon paper, and that time also, if you see morning paper, when it will get over by 11:30, the morning paper gets over 11:30, and then 3 hours are there. So in 3 hours you need maximum half an hour to relax and have some food or have some snack. Okay, remaining 2 hours again, take YouTube and open any Vysh Ias PLUMS episodes, or take anyone who is solving you questions of the last few years. Sit and watch. You will see that when you enter the exam hall on 2:30, ditto same questions you see in the paper, and that will be remaining in your brain and you will be able to solve it. Okay, make use of that time. Don't discuss morning GS1 paper there, or simply call your friends and type pass. Don't do any of such stuff. That 2-3 hours are very crucial, which is between the GS paper and the CSAT paper. Okay, this and all I am sure your coaching teacher would not have told you. They will simply ask you to discuss the questions and then send us the question paper. All these time pass they will tell. Okay, don't do all these things. Forget what happened in the morning paper, because maybe it was tough for you. Maybe you think you failed. But still, since you have decided to give the CSAT paper, you are going and sitting there. Forget about what happened. Don't think whether you pass or fail. Because if it's difficult for you, you did all the hard work and still difficult for you, that means it is difficult for everyone. That means the morning paper cutoff can go very low. So try to clear the evening paper and then wait for the result. Okay, don't spoil your evening paper also. And keep your ego outside the exam hall. Meaning, you will feel like I am very good in English. I have scored 100 out of 100 in all my classes. So I will do all my passages. So what you do is, you get irritated that, okay, I am not able to get this answer, and you get stuck with one single passage. One single passage, if you spend 5 minutes, 6 minutes and all, then you will surely fail. Okay. If you see it in a glance, in the first 2.5 minutes, you cannot solve it, immediately move to the next question. Okay. Don't keep your ego with you. Don't think you are a great mathematician expert and you will solve all the maths question and come. You don't have to do it. UPSC or nobody cares about that. UPSC cares whether you have done 33% or not. Okay. Nothing else. Try to score maximum in the first 1 hour itself. As I told, you solve one question, mark on the OMR. Solve one question, mark on the OMR. Keep doing that. And the first 1 hour, first 60 minutes, if you solve at least 15 to 20 questions, at least 15 to 20 questions in 1 hour if you do, then remaining, as I told you, need just 8 more questions to clear the cutoff. 20 right questions I'm telling, 20 right if you do in the first 1 hour itself, you will be very, very confident. Then just 8 you need to do. Instead, first 1 hour you simply wasted going question by question, order you went, and then if you did only maybe 6 questions or 7 questions, in the last 1 hour, there is no way that you will reach till 26, 28 questions. Okay, you will nowhere reach, because you will be tensed also, time is running, examiner is shouting like only 1 hour left, you will not be able to do it. So you have to score in the first 1 hour itself. Okay, then don't don't do it in order of questions. As I told you, open the question paper. First will be obviously passage. First question will be passage. Second question will be passage. And third, I think till fourth question will be passage. And fifth question will be a maths question. So if you are good in passage, do it. If you are not good in passage, turn the first 4 pages, directly go to the fifth question and do. Then do 6th question, 7th question. Then you would see 10th question is again a passage. That time again skip it. Don't even read it if you are weak in passage. But if you are good in passage, do the first 1, 2, 3, 4. Then when a maths page come, turn that page. Go to the next passage page. Okay, find out that 27 passages. Do that first itself, and you will see like you have got, okay, in 27, around 20 you have done correct. There itself you are like almost cut off, you have reached. Okay. And don't keep maths to the very last moment. Okay, aptitude you can keep at the last moment, passage you can keep, but maths, if you keep, problem is you have to solve, you have to take some formula, you have to divide, multiply. That time obviously any digit goes here and there. Your options, you will feel like you are getting answer, but that is not there in the option because you did some small mathematical error, and that in the last minute, obviously a human nature, it will go wrong. Okay, so don't depend on anything, and after the exam gets over, don't depend on coaching answer key, because every time we see coaching answer keys are all wrong. Okay, finally when UPSC answer key come, that will be like at least 15 questions will be differing between them and this thing. So don't get tensed seeing the UPSC answer key. You just follow my tips and do it. You will clear the CSAT paper. Okay. Now, this is the thing about this video, and I will tell you what I will do in the next video for you. Before that, 24 students who are waiting for test series, right? A 1 year based, timetable based prelims plus mains test series will come. I will announce it before June first week with the complete Excel sheet timetable. Before that, you have to WhatsApp me and watch the foundation video. Okay, already 25 foundation videos are there, and I will do specific in respect to you people. Latest, I will tell you certain tips. Okay, certain new videos also will come in the YouTube itself. But before that, WhatsApp me and tell me that you are preparing for 2024 so that I can plan accordingly. Okay, and test series, it's not like a time pass kind of test series. Okay, Vysh Ias test series, every time questions comes directly from our papers. Okay, this year also the same questions which we taught you are not only coming in UPSC, it's coming in state exams. Okay, in Jammu and Kashmir, in Chhattisgarh, in Assam, in Arunachal, in Andhra, everywhere students are clearing their PSC exams and state exams by learning from our test series. So it's like a one-time purchase for you, and everyone across, I have students from all the states of India, including union territories. So they are giving excellent feedback, and that is the same thing with highest quality which I'll be giving to 24 students also. So please try to enroll if you are very serious, else you can choose whichever you want. And the next 3 videos, as I told, right, 27 passages are there, then 34 maths is there, and that 19 aptitude. I will solve each single question for you in 3 separate videos, and that you will maybe will help you in as I told, in between that, even now if you don't watch, that day on the exam day after GS paper, come outside of the exam hall, take your phone, open YouTube and watch these videos. It will help you solve that 23's question, whatever comes. Okay, 23's question. So this is the end of this video, and these are the passages. Okay, passage 1, passage 2, passage 3. I've listed it already. I just need to record it again and give you a next video. Okay, so in that we'll solve the passages first, then the maths, then the aptitude. Okay, I'll try to do it in the next 10 days itself. So thank you and have a nice day.